Hi everyone, today we're going to take a look at the 5 best 1080p G-Sync monitors in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks. Then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a 1080p G-Sync monitor. You can find timestamps and links to all of the products we mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. Acer Predator XB241H. This is a great G-Sync monitor and one that doesn't add quite as much of a premium to its price for the luxury of offering the tech. The Acer XB241H tones everything down ever so slightly in terms of resolution, screen size and panel type, but the subsequent changes are combined to make one of the best G-Sync monitors that won't destroy your bank balance. The XB241H is a 24-inch monitor that has a 1080p resolution on a TN panel. It offers the oft-seen 144Hz refresh rate as standard, but as it's a TN panel can offer much faster response times as it comes in just 1 millisecond. However, the price point of the monitor combined with the G-Sync as well as all the above genuinely good gaming specs and pedigree that Acer offers means you won't be disappointed by this wonderful, smaller monitor. Number 2. LG 27GL650FB. The best 1080p monitor in the budget category is the LG 27GL650FB. Despite its budget price, it offers good overall and great gaming performance that rivals some of the more expensive options on this list. It has a native 144Hz refresh rate with FreeSync support, and it's also G-Sync compatible. Input lag is really low, response time at its max refresh rate is excellent, and the response time at 60Hz is also good, resulting in clear motion. It has great out-of-the-box color accuracy, so you likely won't need it to get calibrated. The viewing angles are wide if you need to share your screen with others, which is typical of an IPS model. It gets bright enough to combat glare in a well-lit environment, and its reflection handling is decent. Overall, if you want a monitor for a reasonable price, the screen is your best option. Number 3. Dell Alienware AW2521HF. If you prefer a smaller alternative to save some space in your desk, then check out the Dell Alienware AW2521HF. Its 240Hz refresh rate can't be overclocked to 280Hz like on the Asus VG279QM, but it has a much lower input lag when playing at 60Hz. The response time on this monitor is once again exceptional, and even at 60Hz motion is extremely smooth. It also supports FreeSync and it's G-Sync compatible. Sadly, it doesn't support HDR and it has some uniformity issues when viewing dark scenes in a dark room. However, it has great reflection handling and a great peak brightness if you plan to use it in a bright room, so glare shouldn't be an issue for you. All in all, if you prefer a smaller 1080p gaming screen, this monitor could be your ideal choice. Number 4. Asus VG279QM. The best 1080p gaming monitor is the Asus VG279QM. It's one of the best gaming monitors we've tested, as it has a 240Hz refresh rate that can be overclocked to up to 280Hz to provide an even smoother and more responsive gaming experience. It has an extremely quick response time at its max refresh rate, resulting in almost no motion blur. Even at 60Hz, the response time is outstanding, and even though there's a black frame insertion feature to improve the appearance of motion, you likely won't need it. The monitor has native FreeSync support and it's certified by NVIDIA to be G-Sync compatible. The picture quality is great, it has great out-of-the-box color accuracy, it gets bright enough to combat glare, reflection handling is decent, and it has really wide viewing angles. Number 5. Acer Nitro XV273. The best 1080p monitor is the Acer Nitro XV273X. Although it's primarily designed for gaming, it's packed with great features, making it a good choice for productivity and media consumption. It has a simple design that fits into most settings with thin bezels that are well suited for multi-monitor setups. It has decent reflection handling and gets more than bright enough to overcome glare. One surprising aspect is its exceptional out-of-the-box color accuracy. It has a dedicated sRGB mode with nearly perfect white balance, and the color inaccuracies are so minor that they shouldn't be noticeable. Its superb response time results in almost no motion blur in fast-moving scenes, and it has an optional black frame insertion that can further improve clarity. It has a 240Hz refresh rate that provides an incredibly smooth desktop and gaming experience, and it has FreeSync support and G-Sync compatibility to reduce screen tearing. Now that we've shown you the best 1080p G-Sync monitors, let's talk about a few things you should look for before buying one. Firstly, why get a G-Sync monitor? While G-Sync monitors tend to be more expensive than their regular counterparts, they make up for their price with, well, G-Sync, of course. This is assuming you're using an NVIDIA GPU. If you aren't, then you won't get any use from G-Sync. However, if your GPU outperforms your monitor, it'll send frames to it at a higher rate than the monitor can display, which causes screen tearing, where two frames are displayed at the same time. G-Sync eliminates this. In layperson's terms, within each G-Sync monitor there's a chip that stores frames before sending them to the monitor. Then the software uses these frames to sync up your graphics card with your monitor, making games appear much smoother. Secondly, resolution. A monitor's resolution tells you how many pixels wide and tall it is. In general, the higher the resolution, the more pixels per unit area there are, and the better your picture quality is. Most monitors nowadays run at least in HD 1920 by 1080 pixels. However, many monitors allow for 2K or QHD, which is 2560 by 1440, and 4K or UHD, which is 3840 by 2160 resolutions. A monitor with a good resolution can be a great help keeping your bearings while in the match, as it lets all elements on the screen pop and be clearly defined. If you pick a monitor with a high resolution, make sure you have a powerful enough GPU to handle it. Most mid-range gaming rigs nowadays can maintain at least 30 FPS at 2K or QHD resolutions, or even potentially higher depending on other settings. However, only the more powerful high-end gaming rigs can push over 30 FPS on 4K or UHD resolution.